Gifts, dinner, and doting on her every need. This is what we're told we should do to attract a woman. Maybe this advice was even given to us by somebody who really wanted to see us meet somebody. But if you have spent any time in the dating world, you may have come to the realization that these techniques are actually better at pushing her away. In fact, maybe you even had experiences in the past where you doted on a girl only to lose her to another guy. So why does it seem like the nice guy always finishes last? By the end of this video, you will understand why it is that trying to be Mr. Perfect actually backfires on you and why trying to earn her will actually lose her in the end. When I say Mr. Perfect, what do I mean here? Well, what I mean is the guy who tries to do everything, and I mean everything, that he can to impress the girl. Now, don't get me wrong. There are certain times you do want to do some of these things like buying her gifts or dinner. But most guys tend to overdo it. Like, a lot. I go deeper on this in my courses, but for the sake of time, we're just going to focus this video on not doing the things that are going to lose her. The first thing that can backfire on you is buying her gifts. Guys often think, oh, if I buy her gifts, she will see my appreciation for her. Well, actually, what ends up happening mostly is she often ends up feeling more suffocation than appreciation. And worse, she may even come to the conclusion that you are compensating for something. The same is true with buying her dinner. Again, I'm not suggesting that this is something you never want to do, but you have to be tactical about it. For example, 1 week into the relationship, not a good time to couple a gold bracelet with a steak dinner. And if you are at that stage, certainly not something you want to do every single week. Another thing lots of men do is agree with every single thing she says, regardless of whether they actually agree with it or not. This tends to backfire because eventually she will find you out. And she actually isn't going to appreciate the fact that you were going along with everything that she said only because you wanted to please her, because it does mean that you have not been authentic with her, which in her mind starts to raise some concerns and some red flags on the subject of trust. So what does this all boil down to? If you feel like you need to do things to earn her, then you've already lost her, because it has put you in a mindset of not enough, that you are not enough. And it creates an environment where you do not get to be authentic with her. Now, I know that seems like a cold and harsh truth. It seems contradictory, but it's the truth. First of all, give yourself some credit. Don't feel like there is so much extra that you have to do to earn her, when the reality is that a lot of what she is looking for, you already possess. Don't try to buy her off. Don't try to be somebody that you're not, because this is a facade and she will eventually see through it. The best thing you can do, the best way you can be around her, is your unique and authentic self. I mean, that's why she is taking this time to get to know you in the first place, is to figure out who you really are. Rather than trying to earn her by changing who you are or doting lavishly on her, change that mindset. Adopt a mindset that you are enough already, that what you have to offer her is already enough to actually win her. And you don't need to go out of your way to somehow prove that you are worthy of her. Now, hear me, I'm not saying be arrogant and strut around like you're the sun and the moon and a bag of chips. But don't feel like you have nothing to offer her and so you need to make up for something. Think about it this way. You wouldn't like it if she appeared to be one person for most of the time that you were getting to know her, and then when you started the actual relationship, found out that she was somebody completely different. The same is true with you. She wants to know who you are. Save the dinner and the bracelets and the she's always right for later, like when you're married. For now, especially when you're just starting out on this relationship, keep it fun. The point is to get to know each other. After the two of you decide that you're compatible and you've gone out on a few smaller dates, then you can decide to start doting on her. And even then, don't overwhelm her all at once. Keep it sporadic. Even better, make it an occasional surprise. I do go a little deeper into the psychology and technique of how this all works in this next video, which I highly recommend you watch next. I also go deeper on the topic of confidence in my courses, workshops, and one-on-one coaching. And if you're interested in any of that, I have included the links below. And that's the tip for this week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share with a friend, comment, and as always, get out there and ace it.